Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that one of the more interesting aspects of Star Wars Episode 9 is, of course, the curiosity of exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to do in order to utilize the characters of both Kylo Ren and Rey in this movie that will set them apart from themselves in The Last Jedi and in The Force Awakens. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, with that being said, we do know that this movie has a lot going for it, especially for the character of Rey. We do know that J.J. Abrams, the director and writer of this film, will be applying many different elements to the character, as well as changing many different elements of her lineage in this movie that will make her a very important and prominent figure in Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Rey's new identity in Episode 9 in a very unique way. Now, specifically, it's described that one of the outfit designs that was used during the month of November for a shoot over in Cardington was said to be used for Daisy Ridley, where the costume design was dubbed as Kira, and in parentheses, Rey. It's said to be an outfit that Rey uses during the black market scenes in the exotic city, where Rey is said to give herself a new identity in Episode 9. It's said that the First Order is on the hunt for Rey, as Kylo Ren has been spreading the news of Rey killing the Supreme Leader himself, Snoke. The outfit dubbed as Kira Rey, or simply Kira, in many cases is said to be a black outfit with arm guards that appear to be made of metal. It's described that this is a nod to what Luke Skywalker did in the comics, in which he gave himself a new identity in between Episodes 4 and 5. Another goes over a concept art description describing it as Kira tracks down the Dark Prince. It's said to be a rear shot of Rey holding her staff, with her lightsaber said to be strapped to the back of her actual cape, on her actual belt underneath. Another of which goes over story-wise. Leia suggests to Rey that she gives herself a new identity on the exotic world. Since it is storming with First Order forces, it's described that Rey comes up with the idea to call herself Kira and changes her appearance for the mission in the second act of the film. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, I will say that this new identity of Rey is also yet another obvious nod to J.J. Abrams' original idea of the character of Rey being called Kira in Episode 7. So what I find very cool about this is that you can see that J.J. Abrams is really digging into the original ideas of The Force Awakens and, of course, abandoned concepts of other Star Wars films in the past. So, first things first, what I really do want to go over is the black market / the exotic city. Now, this is a world that never made it to the final cut of Episode 7 that J.J. Abrams will be bringing back into the equation here for this story in Episode 9, and I couldn't be more excited. You know, we've heard numerous times that it's going to be deeply inspired by the planet Follene, you know, that has to do with Prince Shizor and whatnot, so you can really see that JJ and Chris Terrio are really, you know, doing a lot of things with this movie. They've researched a lot of Legends material in order to really make it feel somewhat unique and as a callback to the EU. Now, the other one of which that I do want to go over is why she calls herself Rey. Now, it's described that Leia suggests to Rey that she actually gives herself a new identity on this planet, whatever it's going to be called in the film, we're not quite sure. We do know that at least one of the planets in this movie is going to be taken directly from Legends within Knights of the Old Republic, a planet in that actual video game. So look forward to that. That could also be a great setup to the new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones. So, the other one of which that I do want to go over is how Kylo Ren is actually spreading the news across the galaxy that, you know, Rey was the actual one responsible for killing Supreme Leader Snoke. So for any First Order forces or armies across the galaxy, whether they are in the Outer Rim or the Mid-Rim or anywhere else in the galaxy, on whatever planet or within any kind of star system, they're now aware that Rey is the one who killed the Supreme Leader, and that's exactly why Kylo Ren is now in charge. So you can see that Kylo Ren has set up this whole entire idea for himself, that Rey is the one who killed Snoke. You know, we even see a great example of Kylo Ren saying this in The Last Jedi to, of course, General Hux of the bulky stormtroopers in black armor. So these are basically going to be the new versions of the Shadow Troopers, except they're going to be more heavily armored hammered in this story by JJ. And that's another thing to look forward to seeing in this movie, is that Rey, in fact, will be going up against new tiers of stormtroopers, such as the Red Troopers, Mountain Troopers, and yes, even the ones that are very bulky in design. We're not quite sure what they are called. But anyways, guys, I gotta say, this new identity for Rey, we heard about this lightly many months ago, I would say during the year of 2018, about her calling herself Kira in the actual Star Wars film itself for a specific reason, and now we know exactly why. Is that because, well, Kylo Ren is basically telling the entire galaxy and the whole entire First Order to hunt her down, and that she is the one responsible for killing Supreme Leader Snoke himself. So even Snoke's death, that whole entire side of the story, is going to carry on over into this movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.